Weed farms? Oh my goodness. So as I'm sure you all know, it's been all over the news that there was an ICE raid out here in Cali, right? And people are losing their ish because there seems to be propaganda on both sides. When I think about many of these ICE raids, I don't care.
Damn.
I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't care. It does not impact me the least bit. There is no internal, there's no external, there's nothing going on that impacts me about any of these raids. It just is what it is, okay? You can say that's callous, you can say that's heartless, but it just is what it is. And I think what many people fail at trying to elicit sympathy is when you try and compare them to Nazis. Bruh, when you start saying, oh, these are Nazis, these are Gestapo, these are brown shirts and stuff like that, that hyperbole doesn't help your case, bruh. Because these obviously aren't Nazis. They're not being killed, first off. So to even say that they're Nazis is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, all right? These are people who are here illegally who shouldn't be here.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Okay, and they're not getting killed. They're not being incarcerated. They're just saying, hey, you gotta get out of here, bruh. You can come back, but you just gotta get out of here. So to even compare that to like black people's situation, because I know people have tried to use civil rights and, oh, this is what's going on with black people. And don't you see it's the same thing? It's like, no, this isn't the same thing. Black people were getting incarcerated and hosed down for saying, hey, I'm human. Treat me equally, bruh. So to try and compare that and elicit some type of sympathy or emotion from black people based off of this, that's not gonna work. I'm just letting you know it's gonna fall flat. It's just simple as that. So you may be on your own, especially when you got people waving the Mexican flag while you protesting. You're losing me here, bro. I don't recall anybody waving any type of African flag or Kenyan flag or Nigerian flag when we were protesting George Floyd or when we were protesting the litany of other black people who have been wrongfully taken from this planet due to this lineage of evil. I don't recall that. So it's just optics wise, not a good look. Just saying. That being said, people, you had Homeland Security put out on Twitter talking about, why were there kids working at the facility, Gavin Newsom? Because Gavin Newsom, I can't stand this man, but he's obviously making a run for 2028. Nevertheless, he's talking about, this is horrible that they're, gassing kids and stuff like that. That's disgusting, just absolutely monsters. They call me new scum, but they're the real scum.
What?
Now, what happened is many of the people who had family working at these farms, who were probably illegal themselves, they came out and they want to know, hey, where's my family going? Where's my mother going? Where's my father going? Where are you taking them? That's what many of the protesting was. In addition to people, the people who are like, this is horrible, it's disgusting. We're a better country. We got to fight. Those people. Understand, I don't have a problem with you protesting it. By all means, knock yourself out.
Excuse me, I don't know if you're... Are you guys up to talking, telling us personally why you're here? I mean, obviously, I know why you're here, but what brings you personally here? What makes you so angry about this? Who are you?
I'm local to here, and I can't stand around and watch things that I believe to be abhorrent happen without coming out and representing what I believe to be correct.
But when it comes to the kids that they're trying to use, once again, to play on the heartstrings, listen, how about you don't take your child to a protest?
He's out of line, but he's right.
Like, I don't understand. Never in the wildest dreams would I think a rational, reasonable parent would take their child to a protest, especially a protest of this nature. It's an ICE raid. It's an ICE raid. We've been seeing the riots and the protests thus far. Stuff usually pops out. Stuff usually breaks out. And by the time that they're shooting gas canisters, that means it has escalated. When you see any point of danger, if you have a child there, you should have already been gone. Even if you were like, well, it's going to be a peaceful protest, the moment in time it stops being peaceful, and they were wilding out. I'm not going to lie. Because if black people had done what they had done, there would have been a lot of coffins that day. I'm just saying. Because they were like throwing rocks at like the cars. They were breaking like rear view mirrors and stuff like that. It was insane. And they were just driving off and nothing was done. And I'm just like, yo, what? That's wild. That's wild. So long story short, I don't know what to tell you. This is what people voted for. People voted for this. Don't take your kids to protests because they wilding out right now. And lastly, come here legally.
Damn.
Now, I would say the loophole to all of this would be to work in the industries that Trump said he's not going to target, right? I would work in the hospitality industry. I mean, I'd go work at a hotel or something. Trump said this in addition with, I forgot her name, but they said that they weren't going to target this. That, hey, it's not amnesty. We're not saying amnesty, but we have to, what's the word she used? We have to strategically deport.
So there's no amnesty. What we're doing is we're getting rid of criminals, but we are doing a work program. Do you want to explain that, please?
Yeah, this morning we talked about, of course, this was a top of mind question. This morning we talked about protecting the farmers and the farmland, but obviously this president's vision of no amnesty, mass deportation continues, but in a strategic way, and then ensuring that our farmers have the labor that they need.
What do you mean strategically deport?
That just sounds like slavery with extra steps.
That's what it sounds like, okay? It sounds like maybe not legal amnesty, but it sounds like we're gonna look the other way. That's what that sounds like, because you don't want the economy to crash. Just as what it is. You already have, you deporting these mofos in addition with your dumb tariffs. Like, what are we talking about? I don't even see this as really deportation. I see this as incentivizing these people to I don't know, have a career change. I mean, if you work in a wheat farm, escape the wheat farm and go work at the hotel. They won't look for you there. But the bigger issue, and I'll leave it at this, the bigger issue should be, why aren't we prosecuting the person who hired them? Because it was alleged that they were doing this whole illegal immigration hiring system that was going on at this weed facility.
3 senior federal officials tell him that DHS has a criminal judicial search warrant signed off by a federal judge for harboring of illegal aliens. He's told the operation is ongoing, will likely result in hundreds of arrests when the dust settles, make it potentially one of the largest single operations we've seen during the Trump administration. He's been told that that they obtained evidence that Glasshouse Farms is employing illegal aliens. They went to a federal judge. The judge signed a warrant for them to go in.
And I'm like, why aren't we targeting the people who are employing these people, who are having them come underneath the table? How are you going to be so, punitive on the people who are coming here to work as opposed to the people who are illegally hiring them instead of American workers?
He's out of line, but he's right.
That doesn't make any sense to me. This wheat farm and anyone connected to it should be shut down. Like, if you want to send a strong message to the country, in addition to any illegals who are coming over here, you should be closing down businesses left and right. You're having business people come out and say, well, I can't find any people to work the fields. I can't find anything because they're all gone. Bro, they are admitting to having illegals in their company. Doesn't that make more sense? Wouldn't that make more sense? Because if they're coming over here for work and they can't find any, well, you have 2 options. You either commit crime and then you get deported, or you go back home. Those are your only 2 options right now. I don't know. It just makes more sense to me to do that instead of what they're currently doing. But this, once again, is the Trump administration, so nothing makes sense. And Epstein did not eat himself. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think, whether or not you believe Lucas, this is horrible. They're doing Nazi tactics and we've got to fight against it, or it's going to come for you. Or you happen to believe, listen, you don't need to try and fearmonger me into getting into this fight. I don't know what to tell you. Not that I would, or not that it would work, but it's just, that's not the way to go about it. Okay. I think if more people had a level-headed take on what's going on, then we could probably make some groundway, right, into having more allies behind. But right now, it's going to be rough, bro. It's going to be rough with the Mexican flags and you throwing rocks and everything. It's going to be tough. Anyways, if you happen to disagree, you know where to find me. Thursday through Saturday, disagreement day. There'll be a number on screen. You call in and we duke it out. Otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to like, share, comment. Let me know what you guys think. Am I off the mark, or am I, you're pretty close, pretty warm. And subscribe and all that fun stuff. Till next time, guys, be amazing. What do you mean strategically deport?